What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Small Church Pastor. And today I want to show you a review of the new feature with SermonShots. It's a program, it's a software that helps you create sermon clips, but it's gotten a lot more features recently to use for your sermon recordings, to repurpose them for social media and many other ways. But today I want to show you one feature that they've just come out with. I don't know who all has access to it. I did receive early access to this feature, but it is for quotes and images. Now I want to show you, I'm going to share my screen and show you a walkthrough of how it works, what the results are, maybe some areas where I could improve my video quality and that kind of thing. So let's show you the screen. Let's go through this. SermonShots is a paid subscription, so this is not a free service. I do like to show free ones, but this one's not. You will be presented with your sermons, the things that have been uploaded, and you're going to see all mine here. But I'll be honest with you, I had a little bit of a miscommunication probably this past Sunday at our church, in that my sermon was from our wide shot, which is just an iPhone. We do have a Sony A6100 with a pretty nice zoom lens on it. I think it goes up to 300 millimeter, and that zooms all the way in, usually gives me a pretty crisp shot of the sermons. But we didn't have that this past week, so I'm not going to use that sermon video, which is the most recent. I'm going to jump down to this one here and show you this feature. So it's going to show you where you can create new sermon clips, but we're not going to do that today. And those clips are things, again, like the Reels, YouTube Shorts, whatever other social media platform calls them. So here's the other features. You got transcription, blog, audio for podcasts. You can do sermon summaries through this. If you watched any of my former videos, I show you how to do that for free with ChatGPT, but they do have that feature if you don't want to mess around with ChatGPT. Theirs does a pretty good job. And sermon images. Here's the feature I want to show you. So we're going to go through this. It's going to start creating some of the templates, what they're going to work with. And I'm doing this live and showing you exactly what I got. So how can we go from our live stream video to creating something like this? So let's see what we can do. I'm going to be honest with you. Unless you have a pretty good lighting situation and you don't preach in front of a podium, these kind of cut out graphics are going to be a little bit difficult for the software to create for you. It might be worth practicing and even doing some work on your stage to not have anything in front of you while you're preaching. And I know that can be uncomfortable, maybe even awkward, and just not your style. That's okay. But if you want to improve the ability to have a photo like this, of whether it's you or somebody else, if you want to get a photo of them that can be used as a cutout for a quote image, you may want to take everything out in front of you, improve the lighting so that you stand out from the background, which is going to be pretty important. So let's see how this works. I'm going to go with this one right here. I'm going to tell you why. The image, the way it's all structured, is that the quote is kind of small in the picture, and you can see that he kind of about his stomach up is showing. And I think for my situation, that's going to be one that works well. What probably wouldn't work well in my situation is this type of photo here, because it's a full body shot, and I just don't have the video quality or lighting quality that's going to make that easy for the software to create. So we're going to go this one. That's why I'm choosing that. And then it's going to actually bring the video up, and it's going to want you to scroll through and pick a frame to choose from. This can be a little bit difficult because you can't, I don't know of a way to go like frame by frame, which typically if you're using QuickTime, anything else to scroll through your video, you could kind of pick a point and then go find details with a over arrow or something to pick the next frame. So this is going to be a little bit difficult, but you can see like my lighting is not great. I'm not super zoomed in. but the camera is unmanned. It's in the back of the room. It does pretty well, but for this situation, it's okay. All right. I'm not looking at the camera here, but this would be a better shot because of my lighting and that I'm also not standing in front of the little stand that I have. So I'm going to continue looking for one if I'm hopefully, all right, hey, that's not terrible. I don't like looking at pictures of myself, but here we go. I'm standing off to the side. There's nothing in front of me. The lighting is decent. And also there's a solid color behind me rather than this drum set. If you hit remove background, let's see how well it does. It's got a lot to work with there. So I'm kind of pessimistic about how well it's going to turn out. See how long this takes. So it is trying to remove the background. Here's what I'm saying. Like, okay, I don't know what to do with that. Because you can't really edit it. I don't know. I'm not sure how to get around that. I think what I'm going to do, let's insert this snapshot. And I think that the software has the ability to zoom and recenter the photo. And I think I'm going to be able to move myself around just enough that it might work. So I'm going to actually enlarge this quite a bit because I'm going to try to move the drum set out of the frame. See if that works. Okay. All right, you see what we're working with. So that's a template. You see there is still some kind of fragments here. The symbol of the drum set's right there, but overall it's all right. Now, here's the quotes. And it's already got some AI generated, not AI generated, but the AI went through and found some quotes from my sermon to be used. And then I'm just going to scroll through these and see what they have. All right, here we go. So far, that's what we're working with. So now I'm going to the pastor's name. I'm just going to put my name, Pastor James. All right. So here's a result for the sermon image tool. I think that's what it was called. What do you guys think? For the SermonShots update, the newest feature, is it good? Is the fact that it struggles a little bit with removing everything from the background, is that a deal breaker? I happen to think it's a nice feature. It doesn't cost any more for the people who are on the silver plan. And honestly, it's just another way that we can get something from the gospel message that we're preaching on a Sunday morning to get it to a broader audience. And in the caption, like let's say if I post this to Instagram or Facebook, I can add more context to whatever that quote is. So if you find a quote that's too short, doesn't give the whole context, you can add scripture, you can copy and paste a Bible verse, or maybe even a longer blog style post if it's on Facebook. But I think this is a great feature that they've added. And again, it's not any additional cost and it does a decent job. It's not always their fault either on the image. Like I said, I've got a camera at the back of our sanctuary. It's zoomed in as far as it'll go. We do have stage lighting, but I mean, it's just one row of lights. So I actually think the software did a acceptable job. There might be other software that would do better, whether you use Canva or something to remove background. It might do better, but also something I didn't mention here. It's doing something in the background. I'm going to see if I can make this larger on the screen. It's doing something in the background to make my image look better. So there must be some type of upscaling or denoising going on for this image, because if you were just to zoom in on my live stream video, it would not look this good image quality. So there's something going on in the background there that they've added. I think this is a great feature. So again, hopefully this is something that helps you in your ministry. Another feature, another tool to use to get the gospel message of Jesus out to more people. Let me know what things you've been working on in the comments, what tools you've been using how AI is helping you be more efficient and be a good steward of the resources that God has given you. And as always, it always helps to like and subscribe so that this video can get out to more people. But I hope this has been a blessing. Have a great day.